How's it going, gamer? You got hands here, and today in Dauntless we're going over a pretty epic repeaters build, and I'm talking about it is dope, guys. I really like it. It's got incredible attack speed, incredible damage, and man, I tell you, like, just watch this video. I defeat Nizaga in 1 minute and 15 seconds from start to kill, not counting the whole running around time. And like I said, I'm using Sprinter because I really like how that 10% extra movement allows me to walk even faster when my repeaters are shooting. And man, when you tuck your repeaters away and take off running, it's even better. You run fast and you save even stamina. It's really great. But enough about that. We're running a half health build with discipline and rage. We also have rage hunter and predator, so we have like 3 really good damage cells on there. Not to mention Embermane's rapture with conduit and wild frenzy makes us have that incredible attack speed that you see. I've made a few repeaters builds, but I think this one's the best. The one that I have that has Iceborne is good for people that need it, and then there's one that's a pre-trials build that has good neutral damage and attack speed. But this one's by far the best. So check it out. Turn on your system, grab your repeaters, and let's get ready because we're about to get in this video right now. How's it going, gamer? I got a new repeaters build I wanted to share with you. I have a few other ones that are out there, like if you pay attention to the channel, I have an Iceborne critical strike repeaters build that is really great, you know, for a safe player that just wants to stay alive. I have a massive critical strike damage one. I think I have a neutral one that has damage and attack speed for pre-trials players. But this one would be more for people that don't want Iceborne or need Iceborne. More for people who have beaten trials and are able to get cells like discipline. So let's hop into this build. It's got some real great damage. It's got insane attack speed. It is really good. So first you want Ostian repeaters, of course. I like to put a wild frenzy cell in there and a sprinter cell. And in this video I'm going to show you why I like sprinter cell, you know, now more than ever. I actually just started using it a few days ago, but of course you can use a lot of stuff like fleet footed is really good. You know, I've used that for a very long time. You know, invasion cell if you need that. Nimble is also really good. So it's all entirely up to you. This mobility cell is all what you would prefer, not, you know, what I'm telling you to use. But I'm having a lot of fun with Sprinter, especially how it lets you run faster when you're trying to find the behemoth. And it also increases your walk speed while you have your repeaters out. So it's really good. For the barrel, I would suggest to soup up as many of them as you can, you know, depending on the rival element of the behemoth you're fighting. I would definitely suggest maybe the Dawnstar barrel because there's less behemoths that will be taking the negative damage from your element, if you understand what I'm saying. You know, so you see a lot of shock or terra or fire behemoths. So something like this will keep their damage, or neutral, you know, will be a sustainable damage until you're able to soup up all of them. Because remember, it's best to use the barrel that rivals the element of the behemoth so you can maximize your damage. For the chamber, I like full bore chamber. That's great damage, and it also pushes you back, so in case you want to use it as an evade as well, because sometimes I get lucky and that pushback helps me evade the behemoth attack, but also does damage. It's really dope. Captain's grip increases your attack speed, and for your other slayers, we all know repeaters like attack speed. So if you can make a good build with repeaters that has good attack speed, it makes them a very significant weapon. You know, a lot of people might change their mind on them because it does a lot more damage than you think. Next for the mod is Tactician's Magazine, which is a trials mod. It's really dope. When you do an empowered reload next to the behemoth at 0 ammo, it drops down 4 seconds on your skills recharge, which is really good, you know, because think about that, it's more damage, more attack speed. And for the prism, I would suggest Searing Prism. That is essentially the best one because the 10th hit in a row does 225 damage and major blaze damage, so that's really dope. But of course, maybe if you're fighting a frost behemoth, you can use the alternate one, but still this is the best one in terms of damage. Alright, so for the armor, we're using Helion's Hellplate cast that has a +3 Rage Hunter, and we're going to put a +3 Predator cell. For the chest piece, it's Mantle of Thorns, and that has a +3 Predator, and we're going to put a +3 Conduit cell in there. And Nasher's Grips, that has a +3 Rage Hunter, and we're going to put a +3 Discipline cell. And these are Trollocs' Feet. They have a +3 rage, and we're gonna put another +3 rage. And for the lantern, it's a must-have, you know, because repeaters lack attack speed and they really need the attack speed. So Embermane's Rapture really helps because it increases our attack speed by 25% for 8 seconds. And think about that. That's stacking with Conduit, and that's stacking with Wild Frenzy, which is really wise to do because that is incredible attack speed like you see in the video. And we're going to put a +3 Conduit cell. For the consumables, if you can afford to buy them and you're fighting some in-game behemoths, I would highly suggest Blitz Tonic for the increased attack speed. It's even further because we're running a half health build, so we're getting a lot of speed from this bad boy. Aether Tonic will help our Lantern charge, so we can get the attack speed from Embermane's Rapture as well. And then Frenzy Tonic, so beautiful, free, extra beautiful, awesome, amazing damage if you can afford it. These are really good tonics to use. So all in all, gamer, we have a +6 Conduit, which increases our attack speed 15% for us and all Slayers. And Predator, that's 35% damage if you don't get hit for 15 seconds. And Rage, since we're at a half health build, that's 25% extra damage all the time. And then Rage Hunter, when the behemoths get enraged, that's another 40% damage. And then Discipline gives us a +75% critical strike chance, and that's what dropping us at half health so we can use Rage and Wild Frenzy. And we talk about Sprinter already, but I really love it. Increases our movement speed even when we're trying to chase the behemoth. When we put away our repeaters, or even when we have our repeaters out and we're kind of like doing that walking shooting maneuver that we do, it's slightly increased so you feel a little bit more mobile. And I can deal with the reduced stamina because obviously if you're using the repeaters right, you shouldn't be spamming dodge a whole bunch like that, you know. Wild Frenzy, because we're at half health, that's an extra 12.5% attack speed. So you can just see all this attack speed just coming together. It is so nice. And obviously you saw in the video, I was like, ba 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 ba. And that's what makes repeaters good. If you can shoot fast and do some decent, consistent damage, man, they're a really good weapon. I hope you're able to make this build, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright, gamer, that's all I got for you today. Hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tell your friends about this channel. This is Hands signing out. Peace, y'all.